In a Seattle storage locker, police uncovered over 1,000 photographs belonging to Rodney Alcala. Among ordinary snapshots were haunting portraits of women and children, faces unknown, their stories untold. Investigators realized these images could be clues to unsolved disappearances, each face a potential victim. The scale was staggering. Hundreds of lives, possibly lost, captured by a killer's lens. The task of identification was daunting, but necessary, a silent promise to the people in those photos. The photos revealed Alcala's chilling ability to gain trust, his camera a tool for predation. When police released the images, the public response was overwhelming. Tips poured in, some leading to long-awaited answers. Each identification brought clarity to Alcala's dark legacy, exposing the terrifying breadth of his crimes. The true extent of his evil, hidden in plain sight, was finally coming to light. Who was Rodney Alcala? On the surface, he appeared to be just another face in the crowd, a young man with striking features and a magnetic presence. But beneath that exterior, a far more sinister reality was lurking. To many, he was intelligent, charming, and an aspiring photographer. He could easily win people over with his wit and confidence, making friends and acquaintances wherever he went. His easy smile and creative ambitions made him seem trustworthy, even likable. He used his camera as a lure, offering to help women build modeling portfolios, a perfect cover for a predator. His talent behind the lens gave him access to vulnerable people, and he knew exactly how to exploit their dreams and insecurities. Behind the facade was a violent criminal with a history of assaults and kidnappings, slipping through the cracks of the justice system. Despite multiple arrests and disturbing allegations, Alcala managed to avoid serious consequences for years, leaving a trail of trauma in his wake. Alcala moved from state to state, changing names and appearances, evading capture with ease. He was a chameleon, able to reinvent himself at a moment's notice, always staying one step ahead of law enforcement. His ability to disappear and reappear in new places made him nearly impossible to track. Dubbed the dating game killer, he was a master manipulator, blending into society while hiding his true nature. His appearance on national television shocked the world, as few could imagine that a charming contestant could harbor such darkness. His passion for photography was more than a hobby. It was part of his ritual, a way to control and collect. Each photo session was carefully orchestrated, and the camera became an extension of his predatory instincts, capturing moments that only he understood the true meaning of. The thousands of photos he left behind were not memories, but trophies, a chilling catalog of his dark pursuits. Investigators would later discover these haunting images, each one a silent witness to the lives he touched and the secrets he kept hidden. Alcala's charm masked a dangerous predator, making him one of the most elusive serial killers of his time. He thrived in anonymity, blending into crowds and vanishing into the background, always watching, always waiting for his next opportunity. His story is a warning. Evil can hide behind the most ordinary of masks. The people we trust, the faces we see every day, can sometimes conceal the darkest intentions. The camera, for Alcala, was both a weapon and a witness. It captured not just images, but the chilling legacy of a man who used art as a tool for manipulation and destruction. In 1978, Rodney Alcala appeared as Bachelor #1 on The Dating Game, a popular TV show that brought together strangers in search of love. With his easy smile and quick wit, he seemed like the perfect contestant, confident, funny, and charming. He captivated millions on live TV, winning over the audience and even the host with his charisma. The studio was filled with laughter and applause as viewers at home rooted for their favorite bachelor. But behind the scenes, a dark secret lurked. Unbeknownst to viewers, Alcala was in the midst of a brutal killing spree, wanted by police in multiple states for a string of violent crimes. His face was on wanted posters, but on TV, he was just another contestant. The contrast was chilling. A predator presented as an eligible bachelor, hiding his true nature behind a mask of normalcy. The audience saw only what he wanted them to see. Cheryl Bradshaw, the bachelorette, sensed something was off. Despite the cheers and excitement, she felt uneasy around Alcala and ultimately refused to go on the date she'd won, a decision that may have saved her life. her intuition proved to be a powerful shield. Alcala's ability to perform for the cameras while hiding his true nature was both audacious and terrifying. He was a master manipulator, able to blend in and charm those around him, even as he harbored deadly intentions. The game show footage, once a symbol of lighthearted entertainment, became a haunting reminder of his double life. Every smile and joke now seemed sinister in retrospect. He was a wolf in sheep's clothing, hiding in plain sight, able to move through the world unnoticed by those around him. His charm was his camouflage. For investigators, the footage was a surreal reminder of how close evil can come to the spotlight. It was a chilling example of how someone so dangerous could be so easily overlooked. Alcala's charm was a mask, and sometimes it slipped just enough to reveal the monster beneath. Those brief moments of unease were the only clues to his true identity. The world watched, completely unaware of the danger sitting on stage, never suspecting that a killer could be hiding in plain sight, right before their eyes. It was a performance with deadly stakes, a chilling reminder that sometimes evil wears a friendly face. Alcala's luck ran out in 1979 with the abduction of 12-year-old Robin Samsoe in California. Witnesses described a man with a camera at the beach. A police sketch led to Alcala's identification. A parole officer recognized him, giving police the break they needed. Robin's tragic death galvanized the community and focused the investigation on Alcala. He fled, but this time he couldn't disappear. His face was known, his crimes exposed. Alcala was arrested, and evidence linked him directly to Robin's murder. But the investigation was just beginning. Police soon discovered his crimes spanned far beyond this single case. The arrest opened a door to a much darker story. Robin's case was the key that unlocked Alcala's hidden past. The search for justice had only just begun. After Alcala's arrest, police searched his Seattle storage locker, uncovering a trove of evidence that would shock even the most seasoned investigators. The air inside was thick with dust and the weight of secrets long kept hidden from the world. Among the clutter, they found jewelry belonging to victims, including Robin Samsoe's gold earrings, a direct link to her murder. These small, personal items were more than just evidence. They were fragments of lives stolen, tokens Alcala had kept as chilling souvenirs. More disturbing was the vast collection of photographs, over 1,000 images of women, girls, and boys, each face frozen in time. Some of the subjects smiled, unaware of the danger behind the camera, while others appeared uneasy, their discomfort palpable even decades later. Some photos were posed, others candid, all meticulously archived. The sheer volume suggested a compulsion, a need to document and possess, as if each image granted Alcala a sense of control over his victims. The locker was Alcala's private museum of horrors, a chilling testament to his organized predation. Every box, every envelope, seemed to hold another piece of a dark puzzle, waiting to be uncovered. Each item and image was a trophy, a way for Alcala to relive his crimes and savor the power he held over his victims. For investigators, these objects became silent witnesses, telling stories that words could never fully capture. The evidence secured his conviction, but also raised new, haunting questions. How many of the faces in those photographs would ever be identified? How many families would never know what happened to their loved ones? How many victims were there, truly? The scope of Alcala's crimes seemed to grow with every new discovery, casting a shadow over the investigation. How many stories remained untold, locked away in those images and trinkets? Each unanswered question weighed heavily on the detectives, fueling their determination to seek justice. The discovery transformed the investigation, revealing the true scale of Alcala's evil and forcing authorities to confront the possibility of even more unknown victims. The search for answers had only deepened as detectives pored over every clue, hoping to bring closure to families still waiting for the truth. The locker's secrets would haunt investigators for years, a grim reminder of the darkness one man could hide behind a locked door. Investigators pored over Alcala's photographs, searching for patterns and clues. Many subjects appeared uneasy, their expressions hinting at discomfort or fear. Alcala often chose remote locations, places perfect for isolation and control. The way he posed his subjects revealed his manipulative power, turning each photo into a psychological puzzle. The images became a map of his movements, helping police connect him to unsolved cases across the country. Each photograph was a silent witness, holding secrets only the camera could capture. The daunting task of identification became a race against time for justice. In 2010, police released over 100 of Alcala's photos to the public, hoping for recognition. The images went viral, sparking a global effort to identify the unknown faces. Tips flooded in, some led to joyful reunions, others to heartbreaking confirmations. A few women recognized themselves, relieved to have survived their encounter with Alcala. For many families, the photos brought long-awaited answers, ending years of uncertainty. Yet, dozens of faces remain unidentified, their stories still a mystery. The online gallery endures, a plea for information and closure. Each new identification is a victory against the darkness Alcala left behind. The search continues, driven by hope and determination. Every face deserves a name. Every story deserves to be told. Alcala was convicted of 7 murders, but the true number of his victims remains unknown. Some estimates suggest he may have killed dozens, even over 100. The photographs are at the heart of this uncertainty, each unidentified face a possible tragedy. Alcala never revealed the full truth, taking his secrets to the grave in 2021. Investigators continue to connect cold cases to him, but many questions remain unanswered. For families of the missing, the uncertainty is a cruel burden. The search for answers and justice goes on. Rodney Alcala's story is a chilling lesson in deception and the hidden nature of evil. He was a master of disguise, blending charm with predation. The courage of survivors and the persistence of families brought some measure of justice. The discovery of his photo archive changed how we approach cold cases, proving that vital clues can hide in plain sight. The ongoing effort to identify the remaining faces is a testament to the value of every life. The echoes of Alcala's crimes linger, urging us not to forget the victims. The search for truth and closure continues, one photograph at a time. If you found this story compelling, subscribe for more in-depth investigations.